Hi, welcome. I'm Marietta. Have you ever had a moment where you said, I need a shift and I need to do something extremely romantic and I need to do something very classic and very special that includes food, flowers, and friends? Well, if you're ready, let's dig into today's tablescape. All right, are you ready to get started? So the style today is what is commonly known in a tablescape as a hotel architectural bloom table setting. Now, of course, I made that up, so it's really not classic. It's just a Marietta thing. So with this style of tablescape, I really thought hard and long about proportion. That was really important. I didn't want it to be overpacked with elements, but the elements that are here had to be very, very kind of classic, very sophisticated, very sort of romantic. So we started with, again, proportion. So the floral arrangement is just really pretty. It's amaranthus. It's in a beautiful old hand-blown celadon green vase that came out of a factory from Boston, actually, probably in the 1940s. So it's amaranthus, baptista, little white spray roses, little micro white daisies, and a beautiful mini green hydrangea. So this is a classic setting for two. So you want to have a lot of interest on the table, and you certainly want it to feel romantic and passionate. So the flowers this time were just higher. I wanted to elevate them so that they were not blocking each other's view of seeing and connecting and talking. So that's really important with when you decide what your theme is, what is it you're trying to achieve, who are you trying to inspire. You want to think about the positioning of your flowers so you can see each other, because that's pretty important. Then we'll move around to this side. Of course, candlelight when it's a romantic dinner. It's really important. The other thing is the dishware. So I have this incredible set of dishes. It's from Germany. It was designed based on hotel design plateware from the 1920s. It's called Defile Mint if you're ever interested. It's absolutely beautiful. So the colorways of it are a bit of a maroon. It's all these beautiful little gold seals. I'm going to just hold one up so you can see it. It's really lovely. And I have a place setting of 8, and it comes with a gorgeous dinner plate, a side plate, cups and saucers, bowls. It's just really beautiful. And that lovely mint green, I think, just looks lovely with the floral arrangement. So again, the elements of color dictated what I was going to do in the floral arrangement. I didn't want the floral arrangement to compete with the setting. I wanted it to complement the setting and be beautiful. And it's almost so as the couple, as they're sitting here, they're going to have like an umbrella of floral above them. So then, these are beautiful glasses. I'm not going to pick that one up because we've got some wine in it. But these came from Prague, from the Czech Republic. And bringing these home on an airplane was quite fun. But you know you love it, you have to get it. Then these are beautiful, beautiful old. This is your traditional champagne glass. A lot of them now are flutes. But if you look back on movies, which I love from the 1930s and 30s, 40s, 50s, the grand hotels, this is what they would use in the grand hotels, and the settings are really pretty. And then we have just really simple, lovely placemats. And when I set this up, I tried it just on the wooden table. It didn't look classic and romantic enough for me. So I dressed it with a white tablecloth and then put the place settings on top. So the layering look also gives a bit more texture in the feel. And then the piece de resistance is this cutlery. And I have to hold this up. So this is from Frank Lloyd Wright, the most amazing architect who brought the indoors out and the outdoors in. And this was his design. And it is a classic. So it's all made from beautiful brass. It's all teak wood. It's all held together by the inlay of the wood, which I believe is an ebony. And it is a 53 place setting of cutlery. And I found this in a thrifting scenario because I like to thrift as well. And in my shop, we do a lot of forging of vases so that we don't have to charge much for them, but we can do great floral arrangements in them. So this is pretty cool. And because it was designed by him for hotel use, and I was very, very fortunate about 20 years ago to find a set of this at a flea market. And what I paid for it then seemed like a fortune. But now when I look at it, when I pulled it out today, the price tag was still on it. And it actually was the best probably purchase I've made in a very, very long time. So we started talking about this being kind of an architectural, hotel architectural bloom tablescape. So we didn't overdo it with flowers, but there's a lot of beauty in all these little individual pieces. If you look at the wine glasses, there's a lot of etch, it's all floral. The champagne flute's the same. The candle holder, which is really lovely, it's got a lot of floral motif, but it's a swan. And interestingly enough, this is a tip, everybody. If you're out foraging, swans are becoming extremely popular again. So if you find anything with a swan and it's not a fortune, pick it up. Don't care what it is in terms of what it's supposed to be, you can always turn it into something else. That's the beauty of inspiration. Get your mind out of the box thinking and then just play. And you'll be amazed at how everything falls together from a design composition point of view. So, remember when we started this tablescape and I asked you a question? Have any of you thought what that question might have been? So what we decided to do once we had the design of our tablescape complete, we had this beautiful little silver box, which we just thought could have been so sweet. Might have been a time in history where that might have even held cigarettes, I'm not sure. But when I thought about if I was having a romantic dinner and I wanted to make a beautiful presentation and really surprise the person I was entertaining, I had this box and I opened it and it was lined in red velvet, but there was nothing in it. And I thought to myself, well, this is a pretty special occasion, so we're going to make it a surprise. So this is what we did. And yes, they are rings, the universal symbol for Alpha and Omega. These could be given to a proposal. They could also be something that would be a renewing of your vows 10, 15 years later. They are rings that could be given to your son or your daughter for when they are ready to make that transition and that path in their life. It could also be just a friendship ring for a girlfriend. It could be actually anything. But this was our surprise to show you that in a tablescape classic romantic setting like this, and of course I always go grand and I always go large, so I thought, why not? This is a wedding proposal. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the inspiration and the fun that came from this type and style of tablescaping. If you've enjoyed it, please follow us on our channel. We love having you here, and I think the more we do this together, the better friends and the more fun we're going to have. Take care, everybody. See you soon.